Hello, everyone. Welcome to another installment of the Awkwardly Acceptable podcast. I'm your host, Camera Brielle. As you all know, I was gone for 2 weeks, living my life, doing things. But today is a very special episode. Today is my mommy's birthday. She was born May 30th, 19 something. I don't know if I'm going to tell y'all her birthday because I don't know how well she would like me telling all her business, okay? But this episode is going to be dedicated specifically to my wonderful mommy. This is not going to be a sad, did I say video? Oh, Lord. This podcast is going to be for my mommy. This is not going to be a sad podcast. This is not going to be surrounding how she passed away, when she passed away, all of that. This is the celebration of life, okay? So, a little backstory on my mother. She has a sibling. Her sibling is a lady, so she has a sister. Oh, Jesus. She has a sister who I call TT. Okay, she also has a couple of half siblings that I didn't know about, to be quite honest. And she has her little sister TT is her little sister, but she also has her little sister on her father's side, who is April. I don't know if I've ever met April. I might have not. Okay, so my mother was born to a youngin'. My grandmother had my mother when she was 17. She had my auntie when she was 19. But my grandmother got to the money, got to the paper, and they had a very good childhood, okay? My mother did have problems with her hip growing up, and she did have to have surgery. So, she was in the hospital for a minute. I think she was in the hospital for the duration of 9th grade, or like around 9th grade. I'm pretty sure of that. Also, one thing that I'm not laughing, okay? I'm laughing because I realized how horrible of a daughter I was. When my mother was younger, around 5 years old, a dog bit her, and a dog bit her in her eye. So my mother had to have surgery on her eye as a child. And for surgery on your eye, they don't, put you to sleep. And I always used to be like, oh, mommy, oh. But then in the same breath, I would make fun of her. And I don't understand why she even cared about me, to be quite honest. I used to just like everything my mama would say to me, it would just be like, oh, and then 2 seconds later, I'd be making a joke. Like, not a mean joke, but I get it from my mama, okay? Anyway, my mother was a great lady. As she always, this is what I can say about my mama. She always said she was raised in the 70s, okay? That was her She had a lot of go-to sayings, but I was raised in the 70s. Yes, Mom, I know. I know you were raised in the 70s. Also, she knew a little about a lot. She would say that, okay? She did know a little about a lot. And she used to say, hello. She used to say that a lot when I was growing up, but she didn't say it so much when I was like 13, 14, like my teenage years. I feel like she stopped saying hello. My mama's nickname was Yaki. Everybody called her Yaki. I think my grandmother, who I call Mima, gave her mother gave her that name because I think she talked too much or something. And my mother did love to talk. That is a fundamental difference between my mother and I, okay? And that is one thing that, now that she's gone, I absolutely miss. My mother loved to talk on the phone. Oh, and there's thundering outside. So if you hear anything, that's thunder. But we're not connected to any power, so we're going to keep on trucking, big homie. Anyway, my mother would always like, call me on the phone. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't want to talk on the phone because I don't like talking on the phone. But then over time, we adapted to where it's like thousands and thousands and thousands of text messages. And then we will be able to talk on the phone. And I loved the fact that my mama was just able to adapt. Like I would give her phone time, she would give me my text time, and it would be all good. But my mama could definitely talk on the phone, okay? My mama could talk on the phone from morning to night, and I'm not even joking, okay? I would want to go downstairs and open up the Christmas presents, right? And I'd be like, Mom, come on. And she would just be on the phone talking to TT, my auntie, or talking to her friend, or talking to Mima. My grandmother Mima doesn't really like to talk on the phone all like that, so it would either have to be TT or my mother's friend, and she would just, or my mama's cousin, or my cousin as well. She would just be talking on the phone. I would just be like, Mom, please come on, let's go downstairs so I can open up a present. And she would say, okay, you can come open up a stocking. And I'm like, okay, boom. But then, like, you know, because my mama, let me tell you something, okay? I know I'm all over the place with this, but just go along for the ride. When I tell you, my mother used to hook it up every holiday. Sometimes Valentine's Day, but Easter, we would get an Easter basket. My mama would, when my great grandmother was alive, who I call Sweet Cake, she would make Mima and Sweet Cake Easter baskets. On Mother's Day, she would do a dinner, a Mother's Day dinner, where, oh my gosh, Mima and Sweet Cake would go to church. Sometimes I'd go to church with them. Sometimes I wouldn't. My mother would create a menu because my mother could cook. Okay. When you look at me and say, oh, your mama could cook, I don't think you understand when I say, oh, my mama could cook. Like, my mama, no, like, done. That's it. Done. Okay. I got her macaroni and cheese recipe, and I'll be taking this to my damn grave. Okay. Okay? If my mama said, don't be telling all these people my recipe, guess what? I ain't telling nobody her recipe. But when I tell you that macaroni and cheese smack, okay? That sweet potato pie recipe, smack, okay? I'm sorry. I done went off. I'm so sorry. What was I talking about, y'all? I done completely forgot. But let me tell you something. Okay. My mama used to do a whole menu. She used to put together her mise en place. She used to do a menu. She used to laminate the menu. She used to print out the menu. She used to have it on nice paper. This is what my mama used to do. And then she used to do a three-course meal. She would make an appetizer. I would go out and I would serve my grandmother and my great grandmother the main the main course, and then a dessert. And also she would make drinks, and it was just amazing. When I tell you my mama did that, she did it. Okay. And I never did that because mise en place, like, I'm not a mise en place woman. You know, my mother loved to cook. I like to cook, but she just had it. You don't understand how much joy it brings me to know that I have her recipes. Like, I have all of her recipes, but like that damn macaroni and cheese, you don't understand. Okay. I just had to learn how to make a peach cobbler. And my peach cobbler is nothing to shake a stick at, okay? It's really nothing. My grandmother said it was good. If I make it with the crust that my mama told me about, then is out of this world. But I just made it with some old regular schmegular crust, okay? Because I was in a hurry. But bro, that macaroni and cheese, like a lot of people loved her banana pudding. I wasn't a fan of bananas, and she wouldn't just let me eat the banana pudding sans bananas. And I'm like, come on, because my mama would put chestnut cookies in there, and it was like, you taking this to a whole nother level. Like she just got it. She got it. I really think that a lot of, if not all of my good qualifications, not qualifications, what's the word? Quantities? What the qualities? Quantities. All of my good qualities come from my mother. And a couple of, just about one or two of my bad ones, but most of them come from my dumbass father. Anyway, we're not talking about Steeplehead. We're talking about my wonderful mother, okay? The reason that I can write came from my mama. The reason that I can sing came from her side of the family. I'm not going to necessarily I'm not going to necessarily say that my mama couldn't sing, but I'm not going to necessarily say that she was the best singer. Yeah, so that came from my mother's side of the family. My grandmother has a good voice. My sweet cake, my great grandmother, said that she was in a quartet when she was younger. My mama was a little on the tone deaf side. My auntie can't sing at all. My cousin can sing and I can sing. My girl cousin. I don't think the boy cousins can sing, or I don't think they've put their minds to it. So I wouldn't know. Okay. What else? I'm very sarcastic. That's because of my mother. I know how to get your ass all the way together. That's because of my mother. I know how to tell you off with kindness. That's because of my mother. I'm smart. That's because of my mother. I have this face because of my mother. What else? Now I do have eyebrows because of my father. Now see, now the things that I'm saying to you all, I've clearly said to my mama. But when I tell you my mama's side of the family got the thinnest eyebrows, bro, it's like, excuse me. I said, why your eyebrows so thin? What is going on? My mama had no leg hair. She had like the littlest amount of leg hair, the littlest amount of arm hair, and I'm over here looking like Chewbacca. So I'm gonna have to give my father an A on that one, because when I look at her eyebrows, I just be like, like I was looking at my auntie's eyebrows when she came, and I was like, bro, y'all ain't got it, bro. Y'all ain't got it. Like, whew. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. No, this is, I gotta be truthful, okay? My mama's side of the family ain't got no eyebrows. It's just, I mean, they got eyebrows, but they just like real thin. And as I look at myself today, I don't know if I could be a lady with thin eyebrows. Okay. I love a lot of ladies who have thin eyebrows, but I don't know if I could be a lady with thin eyebrows, okay? Because it's not something I want to do. What else? Let me see. The fact that I have common sense is because of my mother. Because a lot of people don't have common sense, okay? The fact that I'm quick on my feet is because of my mother. The fact that I'm funny is because of my great-grandmother on my mama's side. Sweet Cake was funny as hell. That's all I gotta say. Okay. Funny as hell. What else? What else? The fact that I have a good head on my shoulders because of my mama. And the fact that I'm here, talking to y'all is because of my mama. And the fact that my mama pushed me to do what I wanted to do. Or she didn't push me. She knew that I wanted to be a singer. She knew that I was an artistic person. Artistic. She knew that I wanted she knew I was a different woman, because I have like a video camera, and I really realized that my mother let me be as crazy as like I am. Like I honestly have a problem with my level of voice in this apartment that I live in now, because I was able to just be like blah, 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 and my mother wouldn't say anything about it. I do have a Now, she would say something about this. I do have a habit of talking to myself, okay? And they say people who talk to themselves are tremendously better than people who don't. So chill out before you come at me. Look at yourself in the mirror, okay? But my mother would always say, who are you talking to? And I'm like, nobody. Or she would be like, are you talking to yourself again? Like, come on. Like, I mean, I'm glad that my mother realized that I was a weirdo. And I'm glad that she allowed me to be a weirdo, because that's all that I did, y'all. You hear a car in the background, it's because somebody's loud ass car is backing back. And I know my car is loud, but my mama always used to say, I know your neighbors can't stand you. And I know they probably can't, because I am very loud. I am. I know. But I was able to be me. I was able to be me. I was able to get good advice and get good things that I can remember. And I feel like my mother did a great job of raising me, because now that I am basically an adult, you know, like I'm a real adult now. Like, you know, I can't call my mama and be like, hey, can you help me with A, B, and C like I did before. I feel like a lot of the things that she told me really prepared me, like, to be an adult. There are some things that, like, I could have done better. There are some things that I could have learned, but I feel like I don't feel too, like, alone. I don't feel too like the things that I'm doing aren't. Oh, I just feel like I have good guidance. And I feel like ever since my mother passed away, I was able to see that, whoa, like, the things that she told me were things that, like, helped me in the long run. I know that's crazy to realize now, but yeah, like, yeah, I had a good mother. I had a real good mama. May was our month. My birthday was 15 days ago. Mother's Day, so it would just be like Mother's Day. I think the year before last. Yeah, my birthday was like 2 days before. I'm sorry, Mother's Day was like 2 days before. Then we went to the casino, because my mother really wanted to take me to the casino. Because the plan was, bro, let me tell you something. The plan was when I turned 18, we were going to go to the what was it called? The internet cafes, not internet cafe, the internet casinos that they had here. It was like, they were popping up everywhere, and they were like, God, I can't remember. But I was like, oh my, wait till I turn 18, we going. And she was like, okay, yes, we gonna go. Boom, 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 bada boom, bada bing. I'm on my way to turning 18, and they shut them all down. So I was hurt. Okay. I was legitimately hurt. And I'm not mistaken. I don't think I'm mistaken, but I think you have to be 21 to go to a casino. So it was like, boom. So I think we went to the casino when I was what? How old was I? 20. How old am I now? Yeah, 22. So I'm not 22 now. I'm 24. So yeah, we went to the casino when I turned 22. And I lost my money, but it was a cool experience. And y'all, now, do you hear the police siren? I know y'all do, and I know you're like this unprofessional woman, but I don't give a darn, okay? I don't. I loved my mama. I love my mama. She did a lot for me. She saw that I wanted to do something, and she made sure that I had an avenue to do it. I took voice lessons. I took piano lessons. I went to an art school. I did extracurricular activities involving my art. the song that got me into the Jazz Art Ensemble. When I tell you, my mother probably would have gotten on my nerves, but I still would have made her my manager. Like, let's say I blew up. I turned 18 and I was an international superstar. My mother would have been my damn manager. Because when I tell you, I sang Strange Fruit, is a song by Billie Holiday. Black body swinging in the summer breeze, strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees. That song. And when I tell you, she's the one who picked the song. She's the one who was like, okay, I need more, I need this, I need that, and when I tell you, I went into that audition because it was like real crazy. I went into that audition, I sang that song, and they loved it. And all I had to thank was my mama. My mama got me together, okay? When it came to a performance, my mama got me together. She got me together, okay? She taught me a few songs, okay? One of the songs I remember vividly, and we were in the car. It was my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and my mama. And me, because I was in the car as well. And she taught me I Like It by DeBarge. And when I tell you, I love that song to this day. To this day, that's my song, okay? And I don't know why she taught me that song, but she did. I think she taught me Saving All My Love for You. I think I don't know if she taught me Can't Make You Love Me, or if I think she did teach me, but she was like, it's too grown for you to sing, so you can't sing it. But like, come on, my mama had me all the way together, okay? She always had my back. She always had me, always. And that's one thing that I always miss. Person who truly had my back, and a person who I would damn die for, okay? I loved that I was getting into a point where, like, once you get over all that dumb stuff, with your mama and like teenage years and stuff, and you come into your own, and like we would go places and we would do things. And, I have no problem. Continuously now, even still, but I have no problem if you looking at my mama crazy, you looking at my mama like, something popping off, I'm looking at you like, what's going on? Okay. What's going on? Do you need some assistance? I remember one time, oh my gosh. One time I went to Sam's. We went to Sam's, right? And they had samples. So they had samples of something. We was over by the frozen food. They had a sample of something. I went over to get a sample. I was 18. And the old white man would not give me a sample because he said I needed a parent. And I was like, I'm 18 and blah, blah, blah. And so I went over to my mama and I was like, Ma, he won't give me a sample. When I tell you, my mama went over there and said, what, excuse me? Why won't you give my daughter a sample? Like, is there a problem? If she told you she was 18, she 18. I don't understand. She not over here causing a problem. Like, it was just everything. Something as little as a sample, okay? Something as little as a sample. When you think about all the things that your freaking parents have done for you, especially your mama, like, I just get filled with so much joy. I get filled with so much joy because so many people cared for her. So many people loved her. I haven't even gone on her Facebook page to see the messages and the memories, but it's completely raining here, okay? So y'all are going to hear hardcore rain. I hope the lights don't turn off. Oh yeah, y'all are hearing that rain. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry y'all for the interference, but this is a rainy day apparently. Okay. I do know I did want to like maybe go out or something for my mama's birthday, but what better thing to do than to sit here, maybe cook me some food and watch the NBA finals, because my love of basketball came from who? My mama. Okay. My mother loved basketball. She loved tennis. No, she loved tennis. She loved tennis. And not just Serena Williams and Venus Williams. My mama loved tennis. When I tell you, I spent many a day downstairs watching Roger Federer, watching Rafael Nadal, watching all of these people, Maria Sharapova, watching all of these people, hours upon hours upon hours upon hours. But it was a sport that she loved. My mama taught me the main premise of football, which I still hate. I can't stand football. But when I tell you, and she didn't explain basketball to me. She just watched basketball. My grandfather, her father, and her used to watch basketball. And I understand it now. The changes that my mama went through when my grandfather passed away. And I remember her saying, like, who I'm going to talk on the phone with and who I'm going to watch games with and everything. It's the same exact thing. Like, well, in my case anyway, I did have a favorite parent, obviously, and it was my mama. And I feel like everybody has a favorite parent. You know, it might be the default parent that's raising you, or you might have a 2-parent household and you just have a stronger connection to one of your parents. And you may be able to do things that you couldn't do with your other parent. There are just many things about my relationship with my mama that I can't even bring up, because there's nobody who remembers. Like, there was, oh my gosh, it was this man that we used to watch, and it came on Bravo. It was a long time ago, and he was a hairdresser. I think his name was Jonathan. He was a hairdresser, and he was running his own salon, and he was a gay man, and he used to cry a lot, and he used to cry because he used to go see his therapist. And he used to just have tears rolling down his face. And when I tell you, me and my mother would crack up. Like, oh my gosh, my crazy sense of humor I got from my mama. Really, any and everything that you like about me is either from my mother or my mother's side of the family. I'm 100% my mama. I'm 98% my mama and 2% me. I ain't claiming my father, okay? So I'm my heavenly father. I'm gonna claim him, okay? But it's just so many things. I remember we used to watch Will and Grace, and the little short man that was Karen's friend. Oh my gosh, we used to crack up. So many things. My mother, let me tell you something. My mother got me into I Love Lucy. If you ain't seen I Love Lucy, you're sleep. My mother got me into old movies. When I tell you Turner Classic Movies was on. One of my mama's favorite movies, My Man Godfrey. One of my mama's favorite movies, The English Patient. Okay? I don't know if this was one of her favorite movies, but I know she really enjoyed A Fish Called Wanda. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Okay, I could sit here for 30 minutes and just talk about all of the things that my mama loved, and that would give you a depiction of who she is, but you still wouldn't know, because she was just that. She was that. She had it. God, and I remember Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. Not Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. A Fish Called Wanda came on, and I was just so shocked. We had a tradition, because my mother loved holidays. We had a tradition where we would watch A Christmas Story, and we would also watch It's a Wonderful Life. And when I tell you I want to slap the hell out of my husband because he don't like It's a Wonderful Life. But it's not about what you like, big homie. Okay? It's a tradition. It's a freaking tradition. Okay? It's a Wonderful Life is a good movie. The movie Harvey with Jimmy Stewart and the imaginary rabbit. A Philadelphia Story with Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy and Cary Grant. Oh my gosh. What was that other movie? Bringing Up Baby, which I think was with Katharine Hepburn and Cary Grant. It's just so many things that I could say. So many things that I could say. So many things that I could share about my mother that I don't have enough time to do. Like, I love this woman. I will always love her. I will always thank her. And anytime you know me, you gonna know of her. So, there is no one without the other, okay? No, there's no one without the other. You don't come here and think you know who I am without knowing my mama. Okay? That's it. That's it. I am my mother's child. I will always be here for her. I will always be here to keep her name alive, to be the best representation of her that I can be. And that's it. There is no more talking to be done. I love her. I care for her. I miss her every single day. And I think, I don't know, maybe in a grand scheme of things it was supposed to happen this way. But when my mother was just a vast, like, she knew a lot of things about the family, a lot of things about just everything, and a little about a lot. And it's just really hard to not have that. But then again, I wasn't going to have a child, like, and rush it. Because my mama said she wasn't grandmama age, okay? Grandma age is like 70. And I was like, well, that's too long. But I wasn't trying to have a child. She wasn't trying to have a grandchild. So I get it. I mean, you know, life happens when it happens. And I wasn't trying to become no mama. I was chilling, living my life. My mama was chilling, living her life. And I know she could have done so much more. But any and everything that she told me that was a dream, I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to make it happen. I am. And I mean, like, I'm able to have my own dreams. I'm able to have my own wishes and desires. But I know that I'm going to put myself in a position that what my mother said she wanted will happen. And that's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. My mother is my heart. She did everything she could for me. I would text her. I think obviously this is the longest we haven't talked, but I think the longest we may have never talked was maybe for like 3-4 days, because she was really mad at me because I got married. That's another story for another time. Y'all, I know y'all don't know my mama, but if y'all care about me, then it's all because of my mama. If y'all like me, like my personality, like my sense of humor, like the things that I say, if you like any of that, it is because of my mother. She deserves so much more, and I'm going to make sure that she get it. So, I want to wish a very, very, very happy birthday to my mama. I love you. I know you love me. I'm out here getting my second certificate. I'm about to be I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. You can come see me sometime if you want. You can come holler at me sometime, you know. You can come slide a recipe my way. You can do whatever you want. Just know I'm going to continue. And now, since I feel like I have some sense of clarity, I'm able to honor you without trying to become you. And that makes me feel good. I love my mama. Anybody who had a chance to meet her and be around her it's a blessing. She just was a good lady, a funny lady, a smart lady. Somebody who, of everyone in the world, I would always feel comfortable with. And that's the biggest thing. I will always feel comfortable with my mother. It's kind of hard when you lose your sense of comfort and you don't have it anymore. That's kind of hard. I think that's the biggest thing. And not being able to, you know, talk to you about things. Get opinions on like the littlest things. Like, who does she have in the finals? How does she feel about this? How do you feel? It's been so much going on from it was so many stuff, so much current events, so many things that I could have talked about that I wasn't able to talk about. And that just annoyed me to my core. There were so many things happening in my life that I was so angry that I wasn't able to share with her, whether it's just for a laugh or whether it's just for a celebration or anything. But I'm always going to honor you, your legacy, and you're going to be proud of your daughter because I'm proud of you. I would always ask her, who the mommy? Who the mommy? And she would be like, me. I know she's like, who is this girl? Like, who, cause I really, gosh, I was able to find my old video camera with videos 12 years ago. Had to be, maybe 9 to 12 years ago. And it's just me and her, me and Sweet Cake. It's just amazing. It's really amazing. But happy birthday to my mama. I love you. We all love you. I know that you are happy where you are. And I know that if you had the opportunity to come back, you may not come back. You probably wouldn't. But hopefully you could call me sometime or something, you know. Just ring my line, just whatever. Just let me hear your voice. Let me see you. Let me feel your presence. Anyway, happy birthday to my mommy. Thank you all so much for listening to this Awkwardly Acceptable podcast. Yeah, and I will have more, you know, consistent episodes. I'm back. And happy birthday, mommy. I love you. Bye, y'all. If y'all like this episode, y'all know what to do. And if y'all want to know more about me, y'all also know what to do. So, bye.